Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 10th to the 16th. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right into it. Oh, yeah, this is the week, the big week. Are you ready for change? This is it. Remember, this is a game-changing month. This is a completely bonkers, life-changing year. It all starts here. And last week really amped you up to this moment. You know you're on the verge of transformation. There's gotta be some big changes with the lunar eclipse in Virgo, the first eclipse of the year right here. But I do want to remind you that Venus is still in Aries retrograde, right? All week, so you're already reviewing things that bring you value, money, relationships as well. I hope you're working out like self-love as well. Confidence, that creative energy. Okay, just 5 weeks left of this retrograde. It is in your sixth house, so everyday activities and even health matters and work. There's a lot of work stuff happening for you. Okay, now I also want to remind you, get all your ducks in a row. Have the important conversations you need to have, sign papers, contracts, all of that beginning of the week. You see Mercury will be going retrograde over the weekend as well, okay? Joining Venus, right? Now, the other thing that's happening for you, you're still feeling the Sun trine Mars from last week. Remember, that's strong. But I also want to remind you, if you're a subscriber, you know I talked about this in February. When we had Mars trine Saturn, I said we're going to have that again because Mars was retrograde and then it went direct, going over those same degrees. So Mars trine Saturn is big. It's the two malefic planets, all right? And so they're going to perfect, they're going to trine on April 4th. But because Mars is moving pretty slow, right? He's only moving a degree this week, pretty much. We're going to feel it now, all right? You're going to start feeling Mars trine Saturn again now, building up to April 4th. That's amazing. Remember, they're working for you now. These two planets are working for you. And so this is really, really big. A lot of this, oh my gosh, things that do bring you pleasure and joy. There's this stability that is really nice here. True love, romance, creativity, spirituality, all of that on the table, even travel for y'all. Big. Now, the last thing I want to note, another little preview to give you an idea of what's happening this week for you. Saturn is going to be sextile Uranus on that same day, April 4th, but because, remember, they're out there. They're slow-moving planets. You're going to feel that now. You're going to start feeling Saturn sextile Uranus now. And that aspect we have not had Saturn sextile Uranus. It's 1997. Uranus is the great awakener, surprises, breakthroughs, thinking outside the box. Sextiles are these windows of opportunity. Very nice. It's in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Okay? Really, really nice. And maybe even some legal matters for y'all around this time. But seize the day. All right. Carpe diem. Express yourself. There's a lot of expressive energy for y'all. Now, Tuesday, March 11th, you see that Mercury will conjunct Venus. This is great. There you go. It's happening in Aries. Your everyday activities. That's what Aries represents for you. That's your 6th house. Your routines. All right. So again, have those conversations you need to have. It's a common conjunction, right? Because both planets, they're close to us. They're, inside Earth's orbit, closer to the sun than the Earth. Happens pretty, because Mercury goes retrograde often, right? About 4 times a year. Anyway, this is big, okay? And wonderful. Have the conversations you need to have and adjust your routines and the way that you want them, okay? Now, and health matters. Again, health, and maybe even pets for y'all. There may be something here with pets. Y'all may be getting pets. March 12th, this is Wednesday. This is when the sun is going to conjunct Saturn. Now, again, a major aspect only happens once a year. But remember, the sun is trining Mars. Mars is trining Saturn. So you've got all this support, right? Trines are auspicious. They make things effortless for you, make things easier. But they're all happening, all these planets, right? They're in water signs. You're going to feel this. You're a water sign. And it can be also like very emotionally moving. But either way, like, this is a big conjunction. And I talk a lot about it in your monthly forecast. So just to quickly remind you, Saturn is saying you got to take care of this, or you got to show up for this. It can be the hard way. It's Saturn. He wants you to be disciplined, responsible, but he's going to reward you. Remember that, right? So as I always say, use these aspects. Don't let them use you. Saturn he's big league. He's in the C-suite. So you really want to pay attention with Saturn. And Saturn being in Pisces, again, your fifth house. That's amazing, right? That's pleasure. It's joy. Things that bring you pleasure and joy, right? It's also true love. It's romance. It's creativity, self-expression, procreation, recreation. I mean, this is big because remember, the sun is conjuncting Saturn, conjuncting the North Node, conjuncting Neptune, all in Pisces, right? All week long. So Saturn is making your dreams become reality. Now, how big is this? Well, Saturn is life lessons and karma, right? Conjuncting the North Node, your karmic journey, your destiny, your mission statement. So use this, all right? And there's actually something you're finishing up here because Pisces is the end of the zodiac. And as you know, all these planets are going to be leaving Pisces soon, right? The sun, Neptune, Saturn. So again, Saturn says, use me, build that bridge, become a bigger authority, and make things long lasting. Saturn is Chronos time. It's all about your long-term goals and visions as well. I love this for you. This is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. So it's happening at the same time of the lunar eclipse. So it really is taking care of business. And there really can be something sobering here as well. Like you saying, I'm going to put in this hard work, but just know your limits, right? Don't overextend yourself. Saturn, remember, is reality checks. And he's going to be checking in on you here. He's put on his aviators. He's chewing his gum. He's got the mustache, all of that. But remember, all these wonderful trines with Saturn right now, use it, okay? And conjunctions, yeah, they're powerful. They're powerful. Now, if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, your sister, husband, whoever it is, girlfriend, all the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, are going to feel this the most, as well as the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and you. Okay? Now, Thursday, March 13th, we're here. This is the full moon, the total full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, happening March 13th, 14th, depending on where you live. Remember, it's happening around 11:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's right around midnight. It's at 24 degrees. It's a blood moon. It's a blood moon lunar eclipse. I'm going to talk about that in my upcoming live stream, okay? March 8th, right? And how this blood moon is so in theme with 2025. Remember, I said 2025, everything changes. Nobody on this planet has experienced what's happening in 2025. So remember, big. This is a big year. And this eclipse is a major defining moment. Like the changes start now. So I'm going to tell you some things that I didn't tell you in your monthly forecast about this eclipse. Well, as we know, it's the first eclipse of 2025, but it's the first of several Virgo eclipses to come for the next few years, right? South Node is in Virgo. And for you, Scorpio, that is your 11th house. Your social network, your friendships, networking, your communities. even social media, right? And so you're having some adjustments here. 11th house is also your hopes, your wishes, your future dreams, right? Long-term goals and plans, because we're talking about Saturn here. Saturn rules the 11th house. It's, 11th house is Aquarius ruled. It's Aquarius's ruler. Anyway, just know eclipses, remember, they happen every 19 years, the same cycle. So think about 2006, 2008. What happened for you? Just pick up on some of the patterns there. Now, if you don't want to think that far back, just think about September, just last year, the first 2 weeks, September 2024, right? So the reason why is because September 2nd is when we had the new moon in Virgo, corresponding here. And then September 17th, we had that lunar eclipse in Pisces. So technically that kicked off this eclipse season. But that eclipse, I mean, we weren't on the Aries Libra axis then. Anyway, just know that you're closing some chapter around this time. And this is a big whopper of an eclipse. There's so many synchronicities are mind-blowing, like just off the Richter scale. First, it's truly fated. Remember, these are the nodes of fate, right? First, I told you, it's at 24 degrees. That's mutable energy. So think of a pivoting, turning point, ending, even ascending in an area of your life, right? 24 degrees is a Pisces degree. What are the chances? We're on the Pisces Virgo axis. So we're doubling down here. All right. Remember, I talked about this in your annual forecast, the healing path, spirituality, healing, all types of healing. But 2 + 4 = 6. So in numerology, whoa, what are the chances, right? 6 is all about nurturing. It's caring. It's self-care. It's harmony. It's gratitude. All of that. That's what Virgo, the 6th sign, is. It's being selfless and service to others and care and self-care and health and purity. Now, the eclipse is happening on March 13th, 313. That's 7, which is very spiritual. But what are the chances 7 happens to be associated with K2, the south node of the moon, right here? So everything is aligning to point out this eclipse is big. It's one to pay attention to let something go, leave things in the past. And with the retrogrades, by the way, right? And the retrograde that's coming up with Mercury, your mind's probably already on the past anyway. So that kind of makes things easier. This can be circumstances, people from your past, people from your past lives, circumstances from your past lives as well. Because we borrowed Rahu Ketu from Vedic astrology. And that was a long time ago. All right. That was a long time ago. Rahu is your north node, right? Ketu is the south node. And it's really big on reincarnation. But the biggest takeaway, it really is symbolizing the death of the old, bringing in the new, right here. Okay, and it is a Mercury ruled eclipse, Virgo's ruler, right? So conjuncting Venus, that's great. That's great. Remember, you're already reassessing. Things are being illuminated. Truth comes to light, right? You've got this light inside you. Let it shine, all right? Remember, this eclipse, it's conjuncting the south node. That's really big. But when you throw in the sun conjuncting Saturn and Neptune and the north node, the sun and Saturn sextiling Uranus, the moon sextiling Mars trining the sun, Uranus. There's a big party happening in the sky right now. Okay, it's a kind of a celebration. It's like a farewell party. It's when you that time that you left your company to start your own, right? Or got a promotion. Your colleagues took you out. You celebrated. It was that big farewell. It was a big celebration. You went on the mechanical bull, right? One-handed. Or think about just graduating, your celebration when you graduated. That's what this is, okay? But it's also a big breakthrough energy. There's this big release, and it can be sudden breakthroughs and sudden change because it is an eclipse. Remember, they can eclipse things out of your life, right? So there is that impact, that this eclipse is just going to have on you. You can think of it as this ripple effect. It's your evolution, by the way. It's your awakening. These eclipses put you on the path you need to be on. Remember, they're the nodes of fate. And this can be very cathartic here because it's an eclipse in Virgo. Remember what I said in your monthly, it's the release of pessimistic thinking, being hard on yourself, that perfectionist energy. We're letting it all go. Hit the road, Jack, right? That's what this is. Remember, you've got the Scorpio, you've got the Sun, Saturn, and your North Node, your destiny, your mission statement, conjuncting in Pisces. This is big. It's an eclipse on the nodes. Doors are opening for you. You're adjusting around this time to let new things in. So put your energy toward that. Again, it is your 5th house. No other sign. It's your 5th house. This is the house of pleasure and joy. You're moving in this new direction. Family, children, true like romance. And then creativity, a lot of creation, right? Procreation, recreation. It's big. So make room for that. You've got to let things go so you can grow. And because it is Saturn and the sun opposite this moon, you've got to just own this. This is having faith in yourself. Okay, this is believing in yourself. This is going to be big. And just to remind you, this is your 11th house where you're letting things go. So it can be a group that you belong to, a community. It could be social media. Maybe you're just done with social media. You find it unhealthy for you. It's also friendships. There may be some friends. It reached its, point of fatigue, or y'all have nothing in common anymore. It's just, so it doesn't have to be bad. It's just like you're adjusting, right? You're adjusting. And it's a 6-month window here, right? Because 6 months from now, it's corresponding to the lunar eclipse we're going to have in Pisces and the new moon solar eclipse we're going to have in Virgo in September, okay? Right before your birthday season. So, yes, this can be an emotional week. Right? With the sun conjunct Saturn, that's a lot of water energy. You've got a lunar eclipse. That's a full moon times 10. But you're going to be happy that you did let things go. Okay? What's not working in your life? Ask yourself that this week. Okay? What are the biggest things? Virgo is mind and body, health, lifestyle, right? Taking care of yourself. So ask yourself this week, what will bring any stress levels, if I have any, down to 0 or -0, because Virgo does rule the nervous system. It's Mercury ruled, right? So any anxiety or worry, gone. What makes you feel that? Let's let it go. Virgo rules the digestive system too. Here, trust your gut, your second intuition, listen to your body. And so remember, it's physical body too. So there really can be some adjustments that you're possibly making with diet as well. Wheat, gluten, things like that, right? No more fun dip. No more blow pops, whatever it is. Put your foot down. Put your foot down. The moon does have really big impact, right? On people. We're affected emotionally. The moon has impact on ocean tides. We know that, right? When you do the math, our bodies are 80% water. Moon cycles have an impact on us, okay? That's Aristotle. I try to talk about that when the moon card comes up in a spread, right? We're thinking about Luna, the Roman goddess of the moon, but for centuries, the etymology evolved to lunacy, right? Lunar. So people are affected, and this is a big eclipse, okay? And we'll talk more about it in the second spread. You honestly, you're gonna have a lot of career stuff too, right off, in the beginning of the week. The moon is gonna be in Leo. We'll talk about that later. mutable signs once again. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. I mean, there's so much mutable energy happening. And then Cancer, if you're, watching for, if you're a cross watcher, the moon is Cancer's ruler. So I'm throwing them in there. They're going to feel this the most, especially also if you, Scorpio, if you have any planets or if your moon is in Virgo, if you know your birth chart, 22 to 26 degrees. I mean, you really can you can give it a little bigger of an orb there if you want, or orb of degree, but you're going to feel it. You're going to feel this lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. For example, I am a Gemini rising. My Jupiter's in Gemini at 26 degrees. My moon is in Virgo. All right, at 28 degrees. Like, I am already feeling it. Now, the other thing is that, with it being a Virgo eclipse and Uranus in Taurus is so active, I am going to throw in the earth signs as well. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, y'all going to feel this. Now, Friday, March 14th, you've got the sun sextile Uranus. This is pretty much baked into this eclipse, by the way. And it only happens twice a year, the sun sextile Uranus. Now, remember, Uranus for you, Scorpio, that is your 7th house, Uranus and Taurus. Taurus is your opposite sign. So partnerships, relationships, one-on-one commitments, and it can be work, it can be career, it can be love, romance, it can be whatever, your private driver, whoever it is, there's something here, one-on-one, right? Or legal matters. Amazing. It's like Uranus is lightning. It's like it's like Shazam, right? It's stimulating and full of surprises. Uranus is all about surprises. But it's a sextile. You can expect the unexpected. It can be really nice here, possibly with money, finances, your values, material possessions, even food, right? We're in Taurus, right? Uranus is in Taurus. It rules food. That's why I'm really talking about this diet thing, because some of y'all, it may be a thing. All right. But breakthroughs. All right. I love this breakthrough energy with the eclipse. And most importantly, this is the sun sextile Uranus. This is your eccentric side coming out as well. And you're going to feel the urge to be different, to think different, to try something new, especially in partnerships, relationships. If you're single, something here, doing something new about you, right? But also do something new. Do something you've never done, or try new things. Shake up your routine. That's what Uranus wants you to do. All right? Go do karaoke at the mall. Whatever you want to do. Do some glamping in Antarctica. Whatever you want. Just do you. But shake things up. All right? This is it. It's more about thinking outside the box. And Uranus is very future oriented, right? Forward thinking. Isaac Newton had this in his chart. Yeah. Zac Efron, Boy George, Diana Ross, Rihanna, Mark Ruffalo. They all have this. So it's raising your frequency. All right. Speaking of which, happy birthday, Albert Einstein, March 14th, who did say, match the frequency of the reality you want, and you can't help but get that reality. That's why I always talk about raising your frequency. Everything is made of energy. It's not just hermetic principles. It's literally physics. This is a great time, okay? To keep your frequency high, to raise your frequency. So I really love this. Now, and you're going to have really big changes when we come to July, by the way, because we're going to have, remember, I said this only happens twice a year. We're going to have this again. This is big. Okay. I'll just give you a little heads up now, Scorpio. I'm going to do this for you. July 22nd, 23rd, around the time of the new moon in Leo, which rules your 10th house of career and fame, Uranus will have moved into Gemini at that point. In your 8th house of death and rebirth, of transformation. Big. All right. So, and then Saturday, you've got Mercury going retrograde in Aries. It's all month. Okay. until April 7th. Listen, Mercury retrograde, just expect delays, travel, communication, a lot of miscommunication, tech issues, back everything up in your cloud, right? Avoid signing things. I'll talk about this in my upcoming live stream about March 8th, because there's ways around this, but it's advised not to sign big things here. And then remember, the bookends of the Mercury retrogrades are really strong. So you're really going to feel this. Okay. And to be honest, you may really feel it over the weekend. We're going to have the moon in Libra. So again, more partnership relationship stuff for y'all. But remember that Mercury in Aries, it can be a little assertive, aggressive, communication wise, right? So tempers can flare. And remember, things are during Mercury retrogrades anyway. So just, Aries is competitive energy. Just stay frosty, be cool. You're going to be fine. You're going to be amazing. Okay. Use this Mercury retrograde to reassess, reevaluate, review things in your life, because now you have a double retrograde, Mercury and Venus retrograde, and they're conjuncting. It's got to be powerful over the weekend in your sixth house, your routines, work. Okay. And all next week. All right. So people from your past are, get prepared. They're going to start coming back, especially with work. Maybe sixth house is health as well, right? Wellness, fitness. So maybe even like doctors or physical therapists or your trainer, personal things like that. All right. So just keep that in mind. And you may want to take some time to think some things through. Communication will take, solutions may not be immediate with this double retrograde. So practice that patience. Okay. There is going to be light at the end of the retrogrades in April when they go direct. But we do have a Venus Cazimi. We actually have some Cazimis next week. That's going to be really great for you. But anyway, cross watchers, cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn will feel the retrogrades the most, as well as Gemini and Virgo. Let's get started. Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for y'all. This is a big week. March 10th to the 16th for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Wow. All right, Scorpio. Y'all, what? Yeah. It's a really big week. I do a traditional called the cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Scorpio, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you're having, you got a lot of, you got a lot of fun things though. Y'all have so much fun things. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, you're good. I knew you're going to be good. You're good. You have a lot of fun things happening. I'm just going to point out, remember how I said this is going to be a big week. It's going to be a very significant week for everybody in different ways, all the signs. Well, you can expect it to be a really big week for you. Yeah. You see, you got all major arcana and court cards here. It's going to be that's my Robert De Niro. Anyway, you're good. You got temperance. Wonderful. There you go. You get it. Okay. Water flows. This is avoiding extremes, right? It's temperance. When I say practice that patience, you are. You've got that Zen, thing about you. You're in your Zen era. You have an archangel. You have Archangel Michael. This is great. This is wonderful. Hold on to that energy as you move into this week. It's going to be very nice, right? Mind, body, spirit, trusting your intuition, knowing that the path you're on, you're already prepared. You already know you're building it, and you're going to get to wherever you need to go. That's what temperance is. It's saying you're going to get there. I'm going to make sure you get there, right? Archangel Michael. So don't sweat it. Don't Again, avoid extremes. You're going to be fine. You got Page of Swords and the heart of your spread. All right. So this is great. There's something new. This is fresh, new energy, new way of thinking, new way of seeing things, but this enthusiasm. So it seems like there's something that's possibly begun for you already or will begin for you this week or with this eclipse. Remember, you're making room for the new. And there's something new that you could be really excited about. He has a lot of enthusiasm. And he's like a sponge, too. All right? Sponging things up, new information, especially if you're in a new chapter in your life. That's new. And you have this excitement, this enthusiasm of like, ooh, what's going on? It's like when a new hotel opens, right? If you I don't know, like staying at nice hotels, you're just like, I can't wait. And then you go away like, ooh, I love this new. Do you know what I mean? That's this. The one thing I'm going to say, though, Page of Swords and the heart of your spread. Remember what I said with Mercury retrograde and Aries, right? He can be a little, yeah? He's a little new. And he's like, he wants to really use that sword. But you're going to be fine because look at your entire spread. Now, you got the world here in your challenge area. That's fine. That's fine. Two things here. One, it seems like you're ready. And there is this great enthusiasm as you end this one chapter, right, in your life. We've come to the end of the major arcana here, right? Be very proud of yourself and be excited about this new chapter, new era that you're about to move into, okay? Now, the other thing is be prepared and let things go with the world in your challenge area because there still could be a little bit of like, not yet. But everything is saying like, yes, you have to. You have to let this go. Okay? But you're going to be fine. You've got strength in your crown. Like, it's amazing. Wow. I mean, you know that like you can have whatever you want. You create your reality. She knows that. She's got the symbol of infinity over her head. So when you tap into that source of strength, a lot of it's very spiritual for you as well. Okay? Higher mind, your gut, everything, you're good. Infinite possibilities here. That comes with that strength that you're holding onto with the high priestess and the Ritter spread. Remember, I said it's all about trusting your gut, your intuition as well. You always want to be connected to your intuition anyway. That's the high priestess saying, I've got you. I've got you. She's the guardian of the subconscious. You're good. You can go deep. You're not going to be afraid. You rule the eighth house. Like you're never afraid to go deep. So you're pretty good here. You got the Ace of Wands in your future. I mean, when something ends, like I said, when something ends, new beginning, you're ready. You're ready for this. Okay. Ace of Wands is, your passions. It's something that's coming through because it's the hand of spirit offering it to you in your future. And Wands, like I said, your passions, your ambitions, you've got so much creativity, energy off the charts here. Procreation, like I said, some of y'all are having babies. Your North Node in your fifth house. Okay. So anyway, you're good. You're absolutely good. And this can be work related. There's something that's brewing, something growing for you. You even see the seeds, right? Or the leaves, right? On the wand. They're just gonna sprout and blossom. You're good. Let's get to your stuff. You're making this easy for me, Scorpio. This is a great eclipse for you. Anyway, listen, y'all are amazing. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. You make me want to be a Scorpio. I've got my Uranus in Scorpio. Anyway, let's get to your set. Like you're okay. You're fine. You're good. You're good. You got the 7 of Wands here. Yeah. There may be some, like I said, you got all this competitive energy in your 6th house of work, right? In your 6th house, with Venus retrograde there, but also Mercury there as well. We're about to move into Aries season as well. But anyway, stand your ground. Don't let anyone take away anything that you're working hard for, everything that you deserve, everything that you're getting. No, no, sir. No, ma'am. No. And he's got the advantage here. He's the one that's standing on the top of the hill. He can see. And it's a Leo card too. Leo rules your 10th house of career, so there really may be something there. Yeah. Now you got the 2 of Pentacles in your external factors area. There may be something that you're going to have to let go for real with this new thing coming through. Okay. And it also, there may be someone that, because you've got a lot of partnership stuff activated, there may be, and work stuff, there may, and actually family stuff and friend stuff. You have a lot, but anyway, there may be someone that is like on the fence about something that maybe you want to move forward with, or it can have to do with money. It's Pentacles, right? It can have to do with, things that you value, but your physical world. There just may be someone who needs a little bit more time, but they got to make a decision. You got to go. You got things to do, right? So just, again, you got that patience, practice that patience. The other thing is, if you feel like that you're, there's 2 opportunities for you got to make a decision, go with your gut, go with your intuition. You're going to be fine. And it can have to do something with, like, again, career. We have careers to make money. All right. If you're retired, it could just be like investments with the Pentacles, right? But either way, it does feel, more for me. There may be someone that's you're waiting on. You're waiting for. Okay, so just practice that patience. It'll come through. And then you've got Judgment. Amazing. You want it. Big spiritual awakening here. You got 2 archangels. Okay, Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet. What is that? That sound. It's the only card in tarot with a huge connotation of sound. What is sound? It's vibrations. Raising your frequency. It's healing. Sound is healing. You're good. You're hearing the blow of the trumpet. You get what's happening. You're amazing because you also got the 6 of Cups in your final outcome. This card is attributed to Sun in Scorpio. You have your own card. And this is a card, remember what I said about the number 6? Harmonize. Everything's harmonizing for you. And this is a beautiful card. It's all about like kindness and sharing and giving and love and all of that. And it's highly associated with like the past and nostalgia. Remember, people are going to be coming from the past. It could be really nice for you, okay? Because, nostalgia has been proven, right? By like tons of research to improve well-being, mental health, all of that. Remember, this is a week of like all that healing. And that could be very great for you. Whether it's people that do come up, from your past, like, yay, you're like friends from like 4th grade, whatever it is. Or maybe even you thinking about it, the time that you were in your car, right? With your friends in high school, you were driving through your suburb, singing primitive radio gods, 4 non-blondes, whoever it is, whatever. Those things bring joy. Anyway, there's a lot of comfort in this card. A lot of security. It's the biggest house in tarot. So it indicates a lot of, like, you're protected. This is all about tapping into your inner child. You're good. Okay? You can let your hair down. You're good. Scorpio. Oh my goodness. Who are you? You're amazing. A lot of great things coming through, but it's because you are moving into this, like, with that, balance, right? Trusting your intuition and knowing everything is going to happen for you. So Scorpio, you're amazing. Thanks so much. Next week, we will talk about, we have a lot happening. Yeah. As you know, we have a lot. Okay. We'll talk about the other aspects, but we're starting to move into all that Aries energy. Okay. And, we have We have a bunch of things. And then, yeah, the second spread, we're going to pull more cards for this eclipse. It's big. And then I'm going to tell you the lunations. Like I said, you right off the bat, you're going to have something with career and even partnerships. Okay. Anyway, tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Y'all are amazing. Scorpio, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. What is... Hello, you're good. You're good. Just continue to trust your intuition. I love this. You got these very intuitive cards. You're good. You're good. Okay. Scorpio, I love you. Y'all are amazing. Y'all crack me up. All right. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.